Good evening and welcome to tonight's forecast video. In tonight's forecast video, we're going to be talking about the severe weather threat that we have coming up this weekend, as well as the flooding concerns that we're seeing across portions of the southwestern Gulf of Mexico, and be taking a look at the heat that we are expected to see increasing across the southeast as we begin the month of April. So you can see here on the satellite view that we've got a couple different features that we're going to talk about. One that I just mentioned is actually down here along the coast of Texas, where we are actually seeing some flooding going on. We have some flood watches. Also, we've had a couple flash flood warnings throughout the day today, and that is going to continue through the evening tonight and into the first part of the day tomorrow. We'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a minute. So if we take a look here at the overall picture, we can see we have a big system kind of coming into the west. That's going to be one system that we're going to have come through, and then we're going to have another system come through as we get into Saturday and Sunday and on Monday, and we've got a little bit of severe weather that we'll be talking about. So here's that national hazards map that we have right now. So you can see again, here's all those areas in green right down here where we've got those flash flood watches and a couple flood warnings still out there. We've also had a couple fires out here in portions of western North Carolina. We've had a pretty big wildfire over near Table Rock, North Carolina, and a couple others as well. So red flag warnings continue there as we've just been experiencing this extremely dry, abnormally dry spring here in much of the southeast thus far. Also some more red flag warnings you can see out there in portions of Colorado. And then right here along the northern portions, you can see these winter weather advisories, and we also have a couple winter storm watches up here as well, and that's going to be with the system that's going to be moving through the day tomorrow and into Saturday morning. And then we'll have a more powerful system move through Saturday evening into Sunday morning, and then through the day on Monday, which we're going to take a look at here as well. So a lot to talk about in this video. Let's dive right into it. So starting Saturday, we're going to talk about severe weather here. So Storm Prediction Center has added a slight risk, and again, this will get modified between now and Saturday, but we do have currently thinking is a slight risk of severe weather here on Saturday for portions of Missouri down into northeast Oklahoma. And really, this is going to be a evening into overnight event. There probably won't be a ton of activity that fires up during the day as we'll be waiting for that cap to break. And that was one thing that we've been monitoring is the cap. But we are seeing that there could be some initiation later in the evening, and especially as we get into the overnight hours. Now, on the southern side of this area is where we could see the greater potential for more discrete storms. So potential for tornadoes and large hail is greater to the south. And then further up here on the northern side of this is going to be probably more of a wind and hail threat, lower tornado threat, as we'll have some more multi-cell clusters that'll kind of form up in this area of portions of eastern Kansas into western Missouri overnight Saturday into early on Sunday morning. So that is the day 3 outlook. And then here as we get into the day 4 outlook, this is on Sunday, and you can see we have a very widespread area of severe weather expected, and we'll talk about why it's so widespread here in just a minute. But really, this stretches all the way from Ohio all the way back down to Texas. I mean, just a huge swath of area on the day on Sunday that we see here. And again, this is going to start early Sunday morning, kind of in those same places there in Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, and then we'll see it expand as that low pressure center kind of moves out and kicks off here to the northeast. And on the backside of this low pressure system, again, interestingly enough, going to be a pretty big snowstorm potential with this as well. So enjoy the warm weather that we've been having there up in the northern plains, because it is about to change. So this here is on Monday. So Monday is an interesting day because, again, we're still 5-6 days away from a lot of this. So this is definitely going to need to be refined. But Monday's an interesting day because The energy doesn't look as strong, except for really maybe the southern portion of this. Up here, northern, could be a broken band of storms. And the reason that they have it all the way up here into the mid-Atlantic region is really going to be primarily the potential for a squall line to be kind of advancing off to the east here on the day on Monday. But Mondays does seem to be more of a daytime event, and then it will kind of push off the eastern seaboard by late Monday afternoon into Monday evening. So multiple days of severe weather going to be on tap here as we get into this weekend and early next week. So here's kind of a look at the upper level pattern at about 500 millibars. And really, if you notice, there's not a huge like trough per se that we're seeing. It's actually just a couple little ripples of energy that we have that are going to be what is going to be causing these different severe weather episodes on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Some minor shortwave troughs giving us a little bit of energy and lift in the atmosphere. And still plenty of, especially across the south and southeast, a good bit of wind shear. So that's why if there is going to be a tornado threat with this, it likely is going to be staying more to the south on Sunday and Monday. And look at these dew points here. You can see these 60s dew points are going all the way up almost to Michigan here. And so this is going to be the fuel that these storms are going to need on Sunday and Monday as the system advances off to the east. And here's a look at those temperatures that we're going to be seeing this weekend. And we can see here we've got 60s and 70s reaching all the way up here into the Great Lakes, even 80s down in portions of Mississippi and even back into Texas. So plenty of fuel for these storms on Saturday and Sunday into Monday. So a lot of warm air, but on the backside of this, again, there's going to be some snow that we're going to be seeing as well. And here's just a quick look at Saturday. I only went through Saturday with this. This is our supercell composite imagery. So really here, again, when I was talking, it does look like there could be a potential maybe of some supercell type storms, maybe somewhere across northeast Oklahoma into southwest Missouri late in the day on Saturday and possibly into early Sunday morning. Not a huge threat, but again, Storm Prediction Center was mentioning that if there are going to be isolated cells, it will be on the southern side of that slight risk area on Saturday and not so much across Kansas and western Missouri. So definitely something to keep an eye out. This kind of is a tool that we use as meteorologists to kind of just get a general idea of where some of the best favorable conditions for these supercells and tornadoes are going to be. And in this graphic here, you can see the overall storm system that is going to be moving through Saturday into Monday. So the blue shading there obviously is that snow that I was talking about. And then on the south side, we've got the severe weather moving from portions of Ohio, stretching all the way back into Texas. So it's going to be a pretty impactful storm system that's going to be moving through. So stay with us here at Extreme Weather Videos. We'll continue giving you guys all the latest updates as we can these next couple days. We've got a lot of refinement that'll be taking place here at Extreme Weather Videos. We'll keep an eye on all the forecasts for you guys. Be sure to like our video, and you can subscribe to the YouTube channel by clicking the button right here to subscribe to the video. Also, check out the playlist right here that has all of our latest severe weather videos in it. And we'll see you guys on our next forecast. Thanks for watching, and be sure to experience the extreme with all of us here at Extreme Weather Videos.